Hi everybody, this ticket card I am calling the woman within, and have to start out with an apology right from the get-go to any gentleman that might be watching. Of course, if you saw the title, you probably didn't click on it, but you never know. You might have thought it would appeal to the divine feminine energy within you. The reason I had to put the woman label on there is because one of the card selections in each pile is from women's bodies, women's wisdom. So that's the only reason I left you out, guys, and I'm sorry. So I didn't lay out piles at first because I wanted you to see what would be coming. So we're going to have cards from mind, body, spirit, past goddess energy, current goddess energy, just a general card for you, and archetype healing. You know, I'll just say some of these cards could be a little bit triggering as to archetype and heal yourself. So if that makes you a little nervous, maybe just pass this by. As always, this is a general reading, can't possibly apply to every person that comes by. If your pile doesn't resonate with you, go pick another one, or just know that this reading is not for you. No offense taken if you decide to bug out of here, okay? So take a minute to tune in to your intuition, and I will be back with pile 1. All right, guys, if you picked pile number 1, here we go with your cards. The first one is from Mind Body Makeover. These are kind of cool, these oval cards. And I'm just going to read the upright, but these cards do have a reverse too, which may be more negative thinking, but let's just keep it positive here. I don't know if I can get these close enough for you to see very well, but we'll give it a shot. So this is in the category of living in society, and it says, I can be strong and successful, and at the same time have colleagues and collaborators. There is enough abundance for everyone to survive and thrive. The next card is from Women's Bodies, Women's Wisdom. And your card is in the category of nurturance and self-care. That card says, imagine what it would be like to have as much nurturing and care as you needed to grow and thrive. Know that it's possible to create this for yourself. Everyone needs and is worthy of nurturance. No one is an island. For your spirit card, give back. Today is a day to cast aside normal routines and make your main purpose to serve. It's about giving back without any thoughts or expectations of getting anything in return. Reach out and touch other people's spirits, as it's highly likely that someone really needs it today. This is a gentle but timely reminder that kindness you give or show to another will reinforce that person's belief and faith that there are people who really care. One simple act of kindness can create a ripple effect that can reach further than you could ever know. Such kindness deepens and enlightens the soul and produces rewards far greater than any material gain. Share your energy and love with someone. A smile, a kind act, even a compliment that comes from the heart and soul could be the best thing you could do for yourself today. Now, past goddess energy, Harmonia. I'm sorry, I am just such a bad driver with these things. If I get it close enough, it's going to go off the screen. Harmonia, harmony. sustains the ideals of love, harmony, and peace through the unpredictable storms of human affairs. This card signifies two opposites uniting in a harmonious relationship. This goddess reminds us of the ancient marriage of heaven and earth, love and war. Harmony in our earthly lives is a legacy of the goddess, facilitated through the acceptance of opposites. Your current goddess energy is Amalthea. Finally, one that you can see clearly. Amalthea, I may not be saying correctly, but it talks about your soul learning about love. You're breaking free from a pattern of relationship that has not been respectful enough of you and your heart, including relationships you've had with yourself, with others, and even the universe. As you allow yourself to feel worthy and release feelings of hate, shame, guilt, or judgment toward yourself, a new spirit of gentleness, love, and devotion will fill your heart and transform the quality of your connections with others and the universe. A beautiful new world of love is opening up for you. Now, for just the general card, this is from Secrets of the Mystic Grove, and your card is Adventure. It's the time to release your own inner tiger of speculation. Open up an old journal where you wrote down all those crazy things you would do if. If is here, and it's time to start taking risks. Don't hold back. Don't let your own fears drown out your sense of adventure. You are being given the gift of a flying leap. Take it and see where you go. Adventure isn't just about mountains in Tibet. It can be saying yes to trying anything new. You can take small leaps as long as you keep taking them. Don't judge your level of grand adventure against someone else. Do what feels right for you, but do it now. Now, your archetype card, and you know, this can be one of those triggering kinds of things, the archetype cards. Yours is Fool. I have everything backwards. I mean, the camera is showing things backwards. I know there's a setting. I'll have to remember to check that. So for the light attributes, it's about fearlessly revealing emotion, helping people laugh at absurdity and hypocrisy. For the shadow attributes, it's using, I almost said humor, using humor to wound rather than liberate, and denial of your emotional truth. And your last card is from Heal Yourself, and that card is Patience. Now, personally, I'm not real fond of the P word, but in recent times, I've had big lessons in this, so I know how this feels. Patience doesn't mean that you give up and do nothing. It just means you need to be aware of several aspects of circumstances you're facing. Stop pushing, rushing, and creating potentially explosive situations, and instead ask that you see the bigger picture and become aware of ingredients that you might have been missing. If you are impatient with a particular person, instead give them space. Avoid jumping to conclusions and making up dramatic stories about a person or situation without being aware of all the details. You have an opportunity to let go of judgment. Always look for the truth of the situation, not what someone is saying or doing. Look for the why. And you know, I know that that can be tough when the person that you are impatient with is contributing a little bit by not talking to you. You kind of have to go to assumptions, and it's hard to resist wondering what the heck is going on. But That's the advice from Spirit for you. If your cards have resonated, thumbs up for the video would be much appreciated. Comments are always welcome, and you can subscribe by clicking on that little box in the lower right corner. Thank you very much for stopping by. If you picked pile number 2, here we go with your cards. We start out with Mind. And this is your card from the category of Healing Sadness. I am able to see things through a different perspective, and I clearly communicate what I see to others. Let's see if there's some amplification here. One very common cause of depression and sadness is having a negative self-image. Some people are very gifted artists and musicians but may struggle with language arts. Others have a great capacity to be present emotionally for others but have difficulty paying attention in the classroom. For a healthy mood, all of us have to identify, accept, and embrace our unique brain style. If we reject our identity, gifts, and flaws, we'll be ultimately more susceptible to depression and associated health problems. Well, that explains a lot for me. Interesting. Okay, so next, Body. Here's your card. This is from the Nurturance and Self-Care category. And it is risk versus safety. For many, it's much easier to give than receive. Receiving takes practice because it makes us feel vulnerable and unworthy. But if you can't receive easily, you'll break the cycle of abundance. When you're given something of value, such as a compliment or a gift, say thank you and allow yourself to take in this gift of nurturance. Risk allowing others to nurture you, but be willing to provide nurturance to yourself. Your Spirit card happens to be received. Looks like we have a theme here. And it's funny because pile 1 had give back and pile 2 has receive. You're a kind and loving soul who constantly reaches out and gives to others, but it's time to learn how to graciously receive. The art of giving and receiving is the natural law and order of the universe. This card is given from Spirit because we see the love, strength, and guidance you give to many, but it's long overdue that you allow others to give back to you. We know you struggle in this particular art of receiving. As a soul, you are an energetic being composed of an intelligent source of spiritual energy that guides you on your path toward happiness, prosperity, and well-being. And part of that path is allowing others to feel the joy in giving to you, the same happiness you feel when you so generously give to others. They also need to give back to keep the balance. And I know that from personal experience. Until the Spirit kind of took away my options, I had such a hard time receiving. And you know, you don't want to force it to that point, I'll just tell you. Having a tumor in your head and then having, well, you don't need my whole story. It just was a situation of losing a career and finances and really being forced into accepting help. It would have been much easier if I just learned to do it on my own. Let's just say that. So, your former goddess energy is Nike. And again, can't drive the dang cards. I don't know why I have such a hard time. These are a little bit small. They're hard to see anyway. So, Nike brings success, progress, and the rewards of recognition for a job well done. She announces that your achievements in the world will be recognized and you'll be successful in your current project or venture as long as you keep confident in your own. The feminine wisdom that Nike shares is that the spirit of victory can rise above conflict and defeat to Guys, I'm sorry. I'm all of a sudden having a hard time tracking I don't know if this is like a group that's so distracted lately that their thoughts are all over the place. It's just me randomly. Let me try that again. The spirit of victory can rise above conflict and defeat to reach triumph and success. Nike personifies the virtues of strength, courage, and determination to overcome of life. Now, for current goddess, you have Starborn. This is from Love Your Inner Goddess. This is one of my favorite decks, by the way. This card talks about you having a strong spiritual connection with the universe and tells you that you should be trusting your intuition and your inner feelings, especially when your inner feeling is at odds with how something looks, the appearance of something. Sometimes it's when it seems like the least is happening that the most important thing is actually taking place, and you just can't see it. You have a special and deeply spiritual life purpose to fulfill, and you cannot get there with logic and planning. Your spirit knows how to guide you, and the universe knows how to support you. So follow your heart, and it will lead you to your best, brightest, and most beautiful life success. Holy crap. I'm sorry, guys. I'm just fumbling and bumbling everywhere. So the spiritual guidance is telling you that you have stardust in your soul, that the earth loves you and you're meant to be here, but you may feel in your heart that you come from some other place. And the behavior of humans may not make a bit of sense to you because it's often seeming to be unnecessarily cruel or selfish. As you let yourself fall deeper in love with the earth, enjoying her creativity and beauty, you'll learn to hear her in your heart and will understand your purpose and why you chose to bring your starry-eyed soul here as a human being living the life you are meant to be living. You'll realize there are certain ways that you can help others open up to the wisdom that your heart already knows. Your life mission is to be happily you in the ways that feel most true, to fall in love with your life here on earth just as much as you feel love in your soul for the heavenly stars. You're meant to be here, shining as a beautiful, loving star on earth. The general card is Trust. Oh my Lord, am I ever going to get this figured out? I don't think so. I never could back up a trailer either, guys. It's just the way it is with me. All right. So trust is about overcoming fear and having faith. Uh-oh, this one might be for me. I've been struggling with this lately. You're being asked to trust in gifts being offered to you and to have faith that the giver has good intentions. They are not out to deceive you. There's nothing unsavory hidden in the offering. All is, as it seems, a real offer of friendship. When we listen to our gut, we can move past fears. And a simple pleasure can be shared with another without any hidden agenda or message underlying. Remember that trust is a two-way street. And have faith in yourself to know what is good. Please be open to what comes your way. Your archetype card is Mystic. The light, I'm going to cough, excuse me. I'm so sorry because the mic is right there. The light attribute is revels in intimate union with the divine. And the shadow attribute is delusional rapport with the divine. So, thinking of what that could be, like if you think your spirit guide is berating you and telling you you're an asshole and you're worth nothing, obviously that's delusional because that would not come from spirit. So, just as an example. And your last card is from Heal Yourself, and it is talking about discovering, I'm just never going to get this, guys. Well, I shouldn't say that because then it will be so. I'm trying. This is discover your life purpose. We just had something about life purpose. Let's see what this says. You're being asked to immerse yourself in this life by expanding, stretching, and understanding your reasons for being here. Nothing is impossible for a soul who is following destiny. Your guides, angels, and higher self are constantly communicating with you through signs, feelings, people, books, etc. Follow your hunches because you are being given important guidance, which may show up as a strong feeling to travel somewhere, to speak to someone, to attend a seminar, write, or paint. No matter how far-fetched your inner guidance is, you need to listen. Your soul's purpose includes a combination of experiences that your mind doesn't understand, but that your soul needs to learn and grow. Some of the experiences will be enjoyable and heightened, but others will be challenging and cause struggle for you. Through them, you will know yourself. Give yourself permission to focus on what really makes your heart sing and put intensity of emotion into attracting what you desire. And that is the last of the cards in pile 2. If your cards resonated with you, a thumbs up to the video would be greatly appreciated. And there's a little box at the bottom right if you'd like to subscribe to the channel. Thank you. Take care. Right. All right. Well, I thought that was stopped, but it... Hello again. If you picked pile number 3, here are your cards. The first is in the mind category, and it is in the healthy body section. I experience and express a healthy balance of all 5 basic emotions, including sadness, anger, fear, love, and joy. I nurture others as I nurture myself. Let's see if there is some amplification of that message. So it says that the health of our breasts, heart, and lungs is influenced by our 4th emotional center, emotional expression and passion, nurturance, and partnership. And when we have unhealthy thoughts and feelings about that, we are likely to have concerns with breast cysts and cancer, asthma, bronchitis, and lung issues, heart disease, hypertension, high cholesterol, stroke, and other blood vessel problems. So it's important to allow emotional expression, all 5 of them, which include sadness, anger, fear, love, and joy. Now, I don't know about you, but I learned in my childhood that anger was not acceptable. It just got me grief. Let's just put it that way. And joy is a hard one for me to experience, and I do happen to have a lot of these issues, so that's interesting. Although negative emotions are painful to express and to hear, they are an important part of our capacity to feel intuition and to communicate our needs to others. So it's important to have a healthy, balanced level of painful and pleasant emotions. The health of the 4th emotional center organs is also dependent on the presence of intimate and nurturing relationships in our lives. Not to be a martyr is critical for our physical and mental health, by the way. The next card is from Women's Bodies, Women's Wisdom, and this card is in the category of self-expression. You know, you guys are just going to laugh at me. I don't know why I can't drive very well. This is funny. Sorry. It's not that funny for you, probably. Okay, let's see what it says here. Complete and move on. Look back at the different ways you have expressed yourself over the years and celebrate who you were then, who you have become, and who you're becoming now. Notice how the essence of who you are never changes. Let your personal vision and your self-expression of that vision continue to evolve and strengthen with each passing day. Be inspiring to others and be a source of inspiration. Give thanks for the great artists, musicians, scientists, and so on whose work and vision uplift us all. Whether expressing yourself or appreciating the expression of others, you are part of this magnificent circle of self-expression. Now, as to spirit, your card is strength. You know, one of these days, maybe, I'll figure this out. Maybe not. I don't know. I do have some disconnection in parts of my brain that probably has become obvious. Strength comes from many sources. Staying strong brings confidence, conviction, and a balanced body, mind, and soul. Spirit has its own unique and beautiful way of replenishing your soul with strength on a continual basis. You are never really alone, as we are always with you. Spirit is reminding you that your greatest weaknesses can create your greatest strengths. You may be facing new challenges or suffering from a sense of uncertainty, even feeling vulnerable or insecure. In the past, remember that just when you thought you had no strength left and that you had reached a point where you couldn't go on, it was your inner strength, combined with the energy of spirit that gently pulled you through. This card is confirmation that you are stronger than you believe, and now is not the time to give in. Use your inner confidence to overcome life's obstacles, and know that from each experience, a valuable lesson can be learned and stored as wisdom to be used in the future. Do not be surprised if help or assistance comes to you, and it could arrive in the most unexpected way. Spirit wants to remind you, remember, we are here always. So for your past goddess energy, I'm not sure if I'm going to say this right, Oxo, and it has the subheading of increase. Pardon the throat clearing. So this goddess is telling me I can't turn the page, obviously. This goddess is gracing lives with joy and festivity, appearing when there's something to celebrate. This card signals a season of expansion and a time of rapid growth. Investments are strengthening, business is escalating, creative work is flourishing, and resources are improving. A spirit of wellness is being disseminated into your work and creative endeavors. Oxo forecasts a period of expansion in projects at hand and rewards for projects well done, and also celebrates the prolific bond between the sexes, heralding a period of fertility in relationships. The card reminds you that it's time to dance and be filled with the spirit of growth and optimism about the future. This heroine innately knows the rhythm of the seasons and expansion. There is an abundant time of growth and development, which heralds a period of festivity and good cheer. And for your current goddess energy, Earth Goddess. Oh my gosh, I feel so impaired on this. I'm so sorry. To live the dream, we have to surrender the fantasy, which can be painful. It feels like the end, but really it is the beginning. Once the pain passes, there's the joy of what we have yearned for coming to life. It may not be as perfect as the fantasy, but it will be real, and it can nourish us. We can build our appetite for life with dreams, but we cannot be fed by them. The soul requires real life experience to become fully alive, to have experiences, and to grow. There is fantasy that wants to become reality for you. Don't let a few gritty moments or human imperfections prevent you from experiencing the joy of heaven on earth. You have beautiful dreams and wonderful visions of what life could be, but it's not enough just to imagine them. You want to live them. And this is exactly how you're meant to feel. For that to happen, You need to practice feeling grounded, taking practical earthly steps one at a time to bring your dreams to life. The universe will send so much help your way, but you are the one who must take the steps. Spirit can't do that for you. Even if you're not sure how your biggest, boldest dreams can come together, you can still ask yourself what you can do now. Sometimes it'll be an obvious action that you can take, and sometimes you need to pray and meditate and ask for the way forward to be shown. When you can do something, do it. When you can't, then rest and wait for your intuition to nudge you when the time is right to take action. Remember, you're an earth goddess. You have the power to manifest your visions, to bring your beautiful ideas to life in the world. That's what you're here to do. Remember to love yourself enough to recognize your creative power and use it joyfully every day. For the card about you, you got ask. I'm sorry, this just gets so funny after a while. This is from Secrets of the Mystic Garden, by the way. And the subheading is Launch, Soar, Request. Asking for only what you truly want will gain you the reward you seek. Envying someone else's life or belongings can make you feel empty. Fill up that space by reveling in the beauty of nature. The heart of the lion can be won by a mouse. The meadowlark chooses whom it will sing for. So don't try to command or force others right now. Keep your hopes and dreams simple. Ask for a daisy instead of a garden, and you may be offered a kingdom. Hold on to the knowledge that even if the meadowlark chooses to leave, it will come back to the hand that didn't try to cage it. And I had to look at the card again. The meadowlark is in there, but I'll probably never get it close enough to the camera for you to see it very well. Oh, there, okay. Focusing would be nice. Come on, baby. Or not. Okay. You must strive for a pure way of being right now. You are the hand that cannot cage the free bird, just as you should not allow yourself to be restricted by shoulds and could-haves. Put your heart into the thing you truly want. Your request can't be answered until it is asked. Your archetype is Goddess. Well, that's a heck of a good archetype. Light attributes are the feminine expressed through wisdom, nature, life force, and sensuality. The shadow attribute, exploitation of the female nature and form. And then, I'm sorry guys, my throat's clogging up all of a sudden. Your card from Heal Yourself is Inner Child. And I guess she is kind of young looking, but I find the artwork kind of interesting for Inner Child. Can you focus, please? I guess not. Sorry. All right. Inner Child is urging you to lighten up a little and get out of your comfort zone so you can have some fun. In order to be healthy, we have to engage our imagination, creativity, and spontaneity. When was the last time you did something spontaneous, intuitive, and outrageous? When and with whom do you feel uninhibited, relaxed, and completely comfortable to be yourself? Your inner child can be your strongest ally or your biggest foe. Can assist you to heal childhood pain, rejection, loneliness, and abandonment. It can take you on an exciting adventure, help you become more confident, daring, original, and bold. Or it can make you behave in childish ways, bringing up anxiety, fear, and suspicion. This card beckons you to heal your childhood pain and discover your independence, compassion, creativity, talents, and joy. A healthy inner child can help you connect to your integrity, divinity, and purity. It believes in miracles and creates magic in your life. And that was the last card of pile 3. I'm sorry, I'm stumbling all over the place. I get hit by fatigue randomly, and It's hit me, so I'll probably take a little tiny nap between 3 and 4. If your cards resonated with you, a thumbs up to the video would be greatly appreciated. Thank you. Bye-bye. All right, guys, pile number 4. Well, I shouldn't have said guys since I have been leaving the 4 gentlemen out. Not that they probably would care about these, but you never know. So your first card is in the mind category, and that is from Mind Body Makeover deck. Your card is from Healing Sphere category, and it says, I now learn from past disappointing relationships so I can release the anger and sadness and move on to more fulfilling ones. Yep, there's a challenge, huh? Moving on is hard. So it talks about having trauma in relationships and being likely to suffer from anxiety and panic. And after an abusive relationship, we're more likely to experience PTRD, not PTSD, PTRD, post-traumatic relationship disorder, chronic anxiety, rejection, betrayal, and abandonment in future partnerships. However, we can learn how to have more successful relationships by loving ourselves as much as we love others. Because it's the settling for less that leads to anxiety, anger, and heartache. The next Women's Body Wisdom, and this, oh, holy cow, come on, Peggy, what's going on? Ooh, oh, sorry. This art is so hard to see, too, so pale. Channel clearly in the category of nurturance and self-care. That's interesting because I did all these cards as flyers, you know, and so far they've all been in the same category. It's the law of the universe that what goes around comes around. Are you creating something of value that uplifts others and assists them in their daily life? Remember that a smile and a word of good cheer can be of enormous value. The universe is a place of abundance. When you give nurturance to others while also caring for yourself, your own supply and ability to give and receive multiplies exponentially. Your spirit card is soul power, and I have not seen this one, so I am looking forward to seeing what this one's all about. Soul power. Always remember you are a soul that comes with a body, not a body that comes with a soul. Your soul is your true essence, and you have an unlimited supply of soul power at your command when you need it. This card reminds you of how powerful you are as a soul. Your outside physical world right now might be hectic, and you might be pulling away from what your soul is trying to help you with at the time. The answers you seek may not be forthcoming from the outside world, but wise wisdom and guidance can be found within. Your soul will often try to get your attention through your dreams or those little synchronistic intuitive nudges. When you feel those, close your eyes, breathe calmly and deeply, and ask your soul for guidance. You may see a picture or a symbol, or may experience a feeling, or even hear a whisper in your mind. Trust what you receive. Even if the answer is not immediate, your soul will know how to guide you. Be open to its wisdom and honor how powerful the real you really is. Past goddess energy and message. Your goddess is Antigone, loyalty. I don't think there's any way in hell I can get this right, but I still have to try, of course. Antigone. This card reveals a familial situation that demands loyalty. Even though others may feel differently, it is important to remain loyal to your group, recognizing the common bond. The feminine wisdom says our bound by it. The heroine's spirit acknowledges this truth in order to be loyal and true to her own individuation. That's not an easy word. I don't know if I said that right. And your current goddess energy is Gelato Goddess. Just love the art in this deck. It's so different. So, have you given another the power to influence your sense of self-worth or your direction in life? Choose carefully. Obvious and yet easy to forget that if we accept guidance or influence from another, we need to make sure they are living the kind of life and being the kind of person that we aspire to be. You can learn from and be inspired by others, but you must stay true to yourself. Don't allow anyone else's voice to become more important to you than the divine voice within your own heart. Your soul has 10,000 flavors. Some people may try to persuade you that one soul flavor is better than the others, but it's best to ignore those with such unadventurous palates. You're a divine gelateria. Gelateria? I'm sorry. An array of sacred scrumptiousness. Sometimes you'll be kind, other times you'll be fierce, sometimes you'll be sweet, other times strong and independent, stubborn and determined. Sometimes you will be all class in it. Other times you'll wolf down your lunch like it's the last meal you ever eat. Those rare people who accept themselves unconditionally will be able to accept all parts of you unconditionally too. You are a divine gelateria, an array of sacred scrumptiousness. Sometimes you'll be kind, other times you'll be fierce. Sometimes you'll be sweet, other times you'll be strong and independent, stubborn and determined. Sometimes you will be all class, at other times you'll wolf down your lunch like it's the last meal you'll ever eat. Those rare people who accept themselves unconditionally will be able to accept you, all parts of you, unconditionally too. Others who struggle to accept themselves may struggle to accept all of you. They may want you to behave in a certain way. They may want you to feel embarrassed or even afraid of what others may think. And so they try to censor you. Maybe they think they're helping you, but they're not. They aren't quite ready to be freely and truly themselves. Maybe one day they will be, but in the meantime, you won't help them or yourself by trying to change who you are. You are worth so much more, with so much more to offer to those who are ready to embrace all of you. Carefully choose with whom you share yourself. You deserve to be and to be loved for being all of you. Your U card is protection. Warrior, safety, acts of kindness, because you're being called on to stand up for those who need you. Make sure you understand that that person you see in the mirror should also be under your care. Let the arrow of determination show others that you do see what they're doing and stand up for those who need your help. Look for ways to show your own devotion to your environment. Everyone can pick up trash or donate time to help those in need. The mask the goddess wears is to ensure her anonymity. Perhaps your mask will mean stealth acts of kindness when no one but you knows what you've done. There is a power in doing something good for the sake of the good rather than for praise or recognition. Protect the helpless by being there for them. Battles don't need to be engaged just yet. Your standing guard will be enough. And the archetype for you is slave. Get up here. Okay. The light attribute is surrendering your power of choice to the divine with complete trust. So see, slave sounds negative, but you're actually just saying, hey, divine, get me where I want to go. I'm so tired of struggling. And the shadow attribute is giving your willpower to an external authority out of fear of making your own choices. And now your last card is from Heal Yourself, and this is something we all experience until we learn how it defeats us. Victim consciousness. It's easy to think that life is unfair and to point a finger at others. If you hear yourself saying, life is unfair, bad things always happen to me, I'm not good enough, nobody cares about me, why me, I can't do what I want to do, then you are losing your power, nourishing your victim aspect, and ascertaining your place in the victim club. Your inner victim stop you from moving forward by creating drama, making you judge others, telling you that you don't deserve better, and keeping you stuck in a financial rut. You need to build your internal confidence. Also your self-worth and courage. Get out of your comfort zone and work on expanding and growing in all areas of your life. The light side of the victim archetype is the victorious part, which you can use to help you hold your power without getting angry and attacking others. It can also assist you in creating healthy boundaries and to act from a place of honesty, integrity, compassion, and love. All right, guys, those are the cards for pile 4. If your cards resonated, a thumbs up to the video would be greatly appreciated. And I have to say, I'm so sorry. I feel like I nodded off a few times there. You know, it's just a problem I have with random fatigue. I should have stopped, but I just wanted to get it done. You know how that goes. Thank you so much for stopping by. You take care of yourselves.